I want my hands on my piece.
Okay, now it's
I don't want to
recording.
push a button. I've got this control right here. So then I can lower it right where I want it. So, and we begin. No.
Slow and steady.
Oh, we don't want to bounce.
Yeah, this is the greatest table. So you got to put the laser on.
What are you doing?
Putting the laser on. Can they see the laser?
No. So you have to go
Be in the
into your
front.
settings. We'll do it on the next one.
I see it. It's right there.
Oh.
You just don't see it.
No, I can adjust the background so they can see.
Okay. So I've got the double layer, double
You
laser.
can see it.
Laser. I have the double laser, and so I'm going right in between my 1/4 inch, and the Luminaire has this. The Dream Machine has, and the Dream Weaver
VQ 3000.
has the laser light. I do recommend putting that laser light on so that you can follow,
Any of your V series.
yes, your path. It really helps. So I just continue to chain, and I'll use more pieces. So I'm pretending that I did all 4. It's okay. Thank you. So I'm going to cut. My chain. I have all 4. We're pretending.
Try and put it in front of the camera. There you go.
So I've got all 4. I then trim it. All right. And then I press
We have a little press set up.
to the... I'm finger pressing. You have to be careful for finger pressing because you can distort it. So you have to make sure this looks like a square. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. I have a customer who never presses, ever. She brings me the quilt unpressed. So, and there's every point matches. So, so it isn't necessary.
me.
Now I line up the other side. And you see I'm putting it on the right side so I can sew, of course, from here. Line up here and here. This is the part, this is the one that it will go down into the machine. This is the one right here. Because if you have that long point and even the short point, and it will start going down into the machine. So having the single throat plate really, really helps, especially with batiks. When you have batiks, they're such a high, tight weave that we really need that single throat plate. This is 7mm, so it's pretty big. And I love the pivoting feature now. I didn't used to, but I do love it now.
Sorry, our table is...
It's a little bouncy. All right. So that was block 1. That was the corner section. Done. Just like that. And I've got 4 of them. Well, I've got 2 of them right now, but they're done. Just like that. So that's pretty simple. The pivoting feature is the little symbol with a needle and a foot. And what it does is it raises the foot when I'm sewing.
Keeps the needle down.
So, watch. So I can go to the end of my piece. When I go to the end of the piece, the foot lifts up. See how it lifted up? But yes, the needle is down. And what this does is it allows me, and I didn't do my little... This way, I can now put my new piece in. See? I've got now my new piece ready to go in. What I used to have to do is I used to have to take my knee lift, stop a 1/4 inch before I got there, my knee lift, raise that up, and get ready for my new piece. So now I don't have to do that. I can finish to the end of the piece, and it lifts up for me, and it's ready for me to put my new piece in. So I love this feature now. Thank you, Jerry. I told her, why do you use that feature? Now I know. So, because watch, as soon as I put the foot pedal on, ready to go. No problem. Voila. Now I'm pressing to this side. And if you see any of the brown, just trim a little bit at this point right now. I've sewn this. If I see any of the brown, I would trim just a smidgen of it right now. Right here. Just take a scissor and just trim it right here. Just a little, like a 32nd of an inch. Just a smidgen, just so it doesn't show.
Where would it show?
It would show on the white, or because it's so cream color. It could. It doesn't. If you pieced perfect, it wouldn't. But we don't piece every piece perfect. So we try. We try. She does.
2 points.
That's right.
And I will
Okay.
show my block next month.
So now I want the other side. So
Did you pay Betty to do it?
Okay, so she cut it for me on the Quilt.
I did.
Okay, that's cheating.
I am cheating, yes.
She's the boss. She needs a little.
That's right. She can do that.
All right.
Sew it for you, Diana. She's in charge, though.
Voila. That one's done. Now let me grab the other one. Are we good? Oh, we got 5 minutes.
We've got like 10. We can go
Okay.
a little over.
All right. See it lifted? See it lifted it up for me to now put this piece in that's really long. See, so I take that and I throw that. Can you see that? Okay. So then I throw that in right in front of it, but it allowed me to get right up there. Put the knee lift down. And I know you have feet that do it. I'm just so used to the knee lift that that's what I do. So
You could use your multifunction foot control.
you could,
or
if you're
buttons.
coordinated with your feet, yes. I find my knee is a lot quicker. It just is. I used knee lift ever since I started sewing. So. And if you are going to finger press towards the point. That way you don't distort that. Okay, they're done. Now I'm ready to put these on. So put the next, just flip it over here, right over left. Making sure my little points. And if you have the points, you just make sure that there's a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here in your points. When you're doing your, I'll show you, if those of you who want to look at that, how I do one that's actually cut without the AccuQuilt system, I can show you how it looks at an angle. I have a couple of them cut out so you can see. So now I press that this way, and it looks like it will just match perfectly. And I have the dies here. If you want to take a picture of the dies that I used, you can take a picture of the numbers, but I do have those listed.
How many different dies are you gonna need?
Well, I used 2 cubes. The 6 inch.
So you use 2 of them?
I'm not for sure yet.
Oh.
That's a mystery.
That is a mystery. We're going to have several blocks that we can use the AccuQuilt system, yes. There's 12-inch blocks. Most of the time you can use your 6-inch cube when you are doing 12-inch blocks.
Right now it's just a 6-inch block.
Just 6
Yeah,
inch on
6-inch and the 6-inch angles.
Okay.
So voila, that one is done. Fast. And I know I've done several, but you all can do this too. And see, what I do is I lay everything back down again. That way I'm not messing things up. I always, see, look, I could have messed that up by putting it that way. So I lay things down so that I can visually see that it looks like my picture. I have my picture. I know exactly how it's supposed to be. So I look at the picture and then I look at my design. That way I can lay everything right like I want it. If you don't have, you can use a piece of flannel, you can use a piece of batting, but it does help to have a piece right near you. And I don't keep my iron near me because I want to get up every now and then. You see, I got this all right here and I'm not moving. It's not good for my back or my hips. My hips are starting to act up if I don't get up. You think it's all your back. No, it's your hip too. So anyway, all right. So now I would just flip these over here. So this, and then I press outwards, and then I sew this one and this one, and then I'm done. So this row, this row, this row, and you're done. So, anybody have any questions?